Oh.
Yeah. So Chris, you added yourself to the you posted a comment, right? And that's how you got added?
Yes, sir.
Easy stuff. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So we're gonna start. Chris, do you want to show us what you got? You want to show us what you got going?
Okay. What I've done is I finished the Rider Net, one of the 3 projects I'm working on. This is the mineral oil filled wireless router system. I'm trying to get good detail on it. It's driven by an Arduino Mega with a custom shield I put on there to add wires to it. It's got, the light's not glaring on it, it's got a VFD from Adafruit on it that shows the temperature and the humidity from one of your DH11 digital sensors. And it's got a number of other different sensors on it. Okay. It also has temperature and a couple of... Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jeremy.
Anyway,
okay, Chris, keep going.
It's got a flex sensor on the top. I don't know if you can see the mineral oil near the top of it.
Yeah.
But there's a little horse attached to it, and it'll bob up and down, so if the oil drains out of it, the flex sensor will bend, and the Arduino, using a power switch tail, will shut the router off and shut all the tronics off in it, so that if the oil runs out, basically the Arduino will sacrifice itself to save the rest of the equipment.
In case it gets shot.
And this is in case it gets shot, right?
Yeah, in case something bad happens to it. I got a night effect, the last thing I wanted to show. I've got all 6 done. I'm going to turn the camera, turn off the light, so don't completely freak out.
Yeah,
but I got all 5 of them on the desk there already. This is the last time they'll be together like this. Tomorrow I'm deploying them out onto the trees and onto the different pieces, different areas of the farm. So it'll be live by tomorrow. It's all Adafruit driven. It's been
I can't wait till people are like, I saw UFO aliens in the horse farm.
The cool thing you're doing, Chris, I like this aesthetic. I think you're making it beautiful. You're also, this is like your first really big project, right?
My first big Tronics project, yeah, one that I've actually done electronics, you know, and using your tutorials. But yes, sir.
Wow,
and the
this is fantastic. I think that at some point this project is taking over you. You've gone above and beyond. It is unbelievable. And so this, just for the people who are tuning in and who will watch this recording, this is to manage horses and ponies and management of riding an animal, right?
Alpacas, ostriches, whatever.
Yeah, basically to keep track of lessons and everything like that. So, you know, the Rider scan parts, which Mike is writing the code up for, will be the next big demo. He's doing some amazing things with the code for the RFID scanner module. These puppies, I'll post a big write-up on the forum and show pictures in the trees and stuff like that of them working, and then occasionally in the winter I'll post.
Yeah.
Cool.
I told the folks at Make, my other hat, I do some writing at Make about this. And I think they're going to want to write it up as well. So I'll talk to you via some method of online communication about that. They're interested in it. So I'd love to see this get out there and celebrate it. What would be really great if there could be a picture of you with a horse and then like one of these like robot things, you know, stuck to a tree. That'd be really neat.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll absolutely do that, and I'll put those in the big post and write up.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, thank you once again, and keep us posted. You're in the circle, so we want to see you back as you keep doing stuff.
Rider scan update in a couple weeks.
All right. Next up, let's see. If I get, okay, is it Rui?
It's Ray.
Ray.
Race, yes, yeah.
Ray.
Hi. Oh wow, it's exciting. This is the first time I've been on this show and tell, this hangout, and so I hope that things will go well. So I just finished up this project, finished writing it yesterday. So this is a sprinkler valve controller, which is controlled through the web interface. So here, so can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just great. The video is the video actually stopped coming through for some reason. We don't know why, but you know, your voice is actually coming over better than like my cell phone or landline. So it might just take a few seconds for it to catch up. If you could just keep explaining it really well, just in case.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, so this is used for controlling the household sprinkler valves, 24 volt AC sprinkler valves. And so this is based on AdMega 328. And I have a Ethernet controller here. I guess you can't see the picture. So can you see the picture now?
Yeah. We're starting to get you at a few frames per second. This is great.
Oh, okay.
We have contact. Yeah.
So there's an Ethernet controller here, but this is not based on the Wiz 5100. This is the cheaper ENC 28J60 one, and then down here I have some sprinkler terminals to connect the sprinkler valves here, and then there's a so one thing about this is that so this is you can use the same you can use one sprinkler transformer to power the board and also provide power to the sprinkler valves. So I have put a light bulb here to show it because I don't want to connect my garden hose to my study room here. So let me just quickly show. This is running, and so let me just move my camera to the spot here. So the microcontroller is running, and then I can show a web page that's hosted on the microcontroller right now. So let's see, it's
this is for your gardening project, or
yeah, this is for gardening. Yeah, this is for a gardening project. So there's a web page here. Can you? I don't know if you can see the.
Yeah, we can see it.
It's
kind of.
Yeah. So this page shows. So when the sprinkler when the controller starts, it gets the current time from NTP. So you don't actually have to put in the current time. And then there's a schedule page. So this is the interface here. And then when you click on the schedule, it actually shows you the today. So like today is Saturday, so it shows me that today is Saturday, and then it also marks what's the current time. So there's a yellow slot here, which marks the current time. So I can go and so let me just pull it here so you can see this. So I can say click on this, and then I can say let's schedule it. So because it's current time, so that's gonna turn on that light. Can you see that?
Yeah.
There's a light, and then so I can go back and I can just click off and then submit. So you can see that once I submit, so that light is turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and so one other thing is I want this to be really flexible so that it doesn't just control the sprinkler valves, but also maybe some other like DC devices. So actually the driver so right now by default it's using the triax. So because the sprinkler valves work with AC power, so it's using triax to control. But I can also solder some transistors here, and then I can use it to drive like these DC devices. So I have another one running here. I don't know if you can see it. And this is running on DC power. And so I have some light bulbs here. So there's also, so that has a different IP address. So let me put in the IP address. So again, so I'm on the web page hosted by the controller, but this is a different web page. It just has some giant buttons. So let me try to, so let's say 3, so you can see that 3 is on, and then if I press 4, and 4 is on. So basically that's the project. I just finished writing it up, and it's available on my website. It's rayshobby.net.
Oh, great. Can you post a link to this in the Lemore's page on the chat? So afterwards, people can see that. So rayhobby.net. Can you post a link to it?
Yes, I can. So
great.
do I still have like maybe 1 minute? Because there's
Yeah.
So let me just show the last thing, which is I try to find a way to use this to also control power line devices. So what I did was I got these remote controlled power switches that you can get from Amazon. And then, so basically I soldered some wires out so you can simulate the button presses. And then I connected it with the microcontroller here. So So if I send a control signal to the controller, that's going to turn on some power socket. So let me just quickly show this. I have a lamp here, so I'm using the same web page. So I hope that this works. So this connected with my first station here. So if I click on, turn on, so that turns on my lamp.
Yay, that's awesome.
And then turn off. Yeah, so this way I can actually control it, from this web page. So
Ray, this is one of the best projects I've seen. You're doing home automation. It's because it's flexible, and you're also doing a great job with gardening, which a lot of people want to do. And you have a cool web app, and you're using an iPad, which is great, a little touch interface with regular web pages. This is fantastic. This is one of the best projects I've seen.
Yeah, what's interesting is that by using like an iPad or an iPhone, you can basically, it's like that acts as the interface, so that you can do a lot of skinning on that and make the microcontroller really basic, which is good because the Atmel kind of pops out at about this.
So the next step is that I really want to develop a program where the controller can get a schedule information from Google Calendar, because this way you can really do the scheduling really easily. It's really easy and convenient to do the scheduling through the Google Calendar. So that's my next step.
One of the things that we wanted to do with our Tweetawatt project is actually have it be a smart Tweetawatt, where when there's high power usage in cities, it would turn off certain things. What would be kind of neat is for your project to know when there's a drought, so it would say, well, okay, I won't water as much.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a fun thing.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Ray, we're going to try to talk to Jeremy now. Thank you so much for showing up. You showed up. This is your first time at the show and tell, and you did an awesome job.
Yeah, demo.
Yeah. Did
was quite a
live demo. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, you can try to turn on your mic, and let's see if it'll. You still sound like a joy. All right, Jeremy.
We should have a show that's just this that weird.
All right, we're gonna switch to Benjamin.
Okay, Ben.
All right, Benjamin. Let's see. Hopefully the video catches up with stuff here.
I'm hoping y'all can hear me now.
We can hear you, Benjamin.
We can't see you quite yet.
Can't quite see me.
We can hear you, Jeremy.
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
It's moving.
Yeah, it's the first time done this, even done a hangout and such, and definitely first time on this, and I've been really impressed by a lot of the projects I've seen, and here's my little contribution. I've been working on a little weather station / smart thermometer, and I've been using the Adafruit stuff. Of course, y'all stuffed the shield, the XB, if you can see it, with the little Adafruit thing, and then of course Arduino down there, the sensor on for the humidity and temperature, a little light sensor, photocell, and the pressure, so you know what it is. And then the XB, of course, is talking to this other XB, which has a couple other sensors on it. Let's see if I can get it in. Yep, there we go. And then, of course, another Arduino. And then hooked up to this matrix orbital display that I spent a good chunk of time writing a library for to talk to it, because it uses I2C and it has a whole bunch of little commands to make it all work. And so I spent about a good day writing a library trying to extend the wire stuff, and it finally went ahead and did it. Finally got it to write, and of course now I've got to rewrite it for 1.0.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah, I know. And right now it's just I've got it showing the temperature and all that, and then I've got it working this far, and now my next step is to get some relays on it to be able to control the thermostat itself. Turn on the air conditioner, and if the weather's right, instead of turning on the air conditioner, it will just turn on the fan, circulate the air, and possibly open a vent to the outside. I mean, save power.
Yeah, you should take some hints from Mr. Wang, who figured out a clever technique for controlling appliances. So maybe you guys should share stuff. You over there and you over there.
Yeah, this is really neat. I'm starting to see a real big trend with like home automation stuff because all of it's kind of crappy, and most of us can build something that's better now.
Yeah.
And we're also not locked into whatever modules and X10 type
home
stuff.
automation totally ended with that. Like it stopped with X10. That's like the most complex. Good stuff.
I've worked with that X10 stuff, and it is a royal pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather at least pick my own poison before I, at least it's like, like the worst thing is like rewriting libraries. Like, oh no, not that.
Yeah.
Yep. And so.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah. Thank you.
Very cool. Post up links as you get far with this if you want to share any of the code, and we'll write it up on Adafruit.
I've already posted up on GitHub my code for the library. I'll go ahead and post up a link to that and a link to the little bit of documentation I've done so far. And once I get the code to a point where it's not embarrassing, I'll be posting it up.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, man. Well, maybe we'll see. Stop back in the show and tell as you keep working on this.
I'll see you in a month after you add the relays.
Yeah. Okay, Ben Buxton. Ben, you're up. Hopefully the video will catch up here.
Hopefully it's all good here.
Yeah, I can. We can hear you. And wait, the video's on its way. It's traveling through the internet. It's going to get here.
This is like.
Oh wait, we have
this
some.
is like Real Player. It's buffering.
Yeah.
Buffering.
It probably is a bit, isn't it? Yeah. It looks okay in my little window here, but I don't know if you can see anything.
Yeah, we still have some Jeremy after image here. I think he was calling in from Mars. I don't know if you can see it in the background there. Okay, here you are, Ben.
Okay.
I'm on. All right, fantastic. So my little project that I did, I thought would be interesting to show, is all to do with a little friend of mine, my cat, who's not here, my Russian blue cat called Ash, has a bit of a habit of wandering around the neighborhood. He goes all over the place, no idea where he is. He's gone for hours. I'm like, where the hell has he gone? No idea where he is. So I thought, what better thing to do than to track him? And what better ways to track him?
You had a cat tracker.
You had a cat tracker. So the only trackers you could actually buy commercially are not very good. They're large. They're kind of like sort of so big, the size of sort of a matchbox or bigger, which is not very comfortable for him. So of course, as anyone would do, you roll your own. So I thought I'd roll my own. And it's actually quite doable with all the bits you can get. So I got some stuff. This actually all came from SparkFun, and what I ended up getting was a couple of modules from there. I got one of their micro mini GPS modules, really small, absolutely tiny. Hooked it up to an OpenLog, which is also absolutely minuscule, and a tiny lithium polymer battery. And what we have is one little collar that sits nicely over him, and then just sits there logging away. The GPS module outputs serial data, just the NMEA location data. The OpenLog takes serial data and just dumps it to a micro SD card, and this is lots of files up to about as many gigs as you can get as an SD card. And then after he goes on his haunts and wanders around, I get the data off the SD card and run it through a Python script, and then chuck it into Google Maps. And you might be able to see where, if this works, I can show you the Google map here.
You can see where the cat went.
Basically where he's been. And he goes actually pretty far. So, yeah, that's sort of
the cat gets around.
He gets around. So sort of my house is sort of somewhere down here, and he goes around the neighborhood, almost the other street, and wanders around and all sorts of pieces, goes everywhere. And I can see it sort of right down almost to the tree level of where he goes with this. And then, and after about 2 hours, battery all runs out, and hopefully he comes home with it all still intact and not drenched and wet. So,
I used to pipe my GPS data through Google Earth, and you can do a cool fly through. So once you because
if you have street view.
Yeah, you can actually do a fly through, so you can do like cat eye view at some point.
I probably could, yeah. Although considering he only wanders, I don't know, probably about I think the first I've seen him go is probably about 300 meters from the house or something.
That's a big. That's pretty far for a cat.
There.
Can you hold it up close so we can see the sensors or the GPS? Yeah, but hold it the other way so we can.
Yeah, so I'll there's the end of it. So the first bit here is that's a lithium polymer battery. You can kind of see the telltale little yellow thing at the end that you often have. Here, little one here. Which one? That there is the open log. It's got basically a duct tape around it to hold it in. And then there is a little GPS module, which is quite thin. So GPS, open log, around this bunch of tape here is basically just a connector, so I can actually plug it all into this, which is a little lithium polymer charger, and then little battery. So it all sits on his neck pretty nicely. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't mind, and it just goes off, and I see where he goes. So now, if he's gone somewhere, I know where to go search for him. So that's
excellent. Well, if at some point, if you ever write it up or anything, post up a link or send it to us. We'd love to check it out and let people know about this. I think this is cool because it's kind of a low-cost way that some people could do animal tracking who have to do this for endangered species or whatever. I mean, there's expensive ways to do it, but I like how you cobble together off-the-shelf components and you're testing it in the real world with a real cat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it's coded for. The problem is, of course, there's no live tracking because it doesn't actually send any data. I've got to retrieve the cat first. But at least it works well for us. It's probably the smallest thing you can get for a small animal like that. But yeah, I plan on doing a write-up and putting it up on my blog. For all the rest of the world to see.
Okay, thank you so much, Ben.
Cool.
All right.
So we have 4 minutes before Ask an Engineer. So Emiliano Valencia, would you be willing to stop by next week to show your project?
Yeah.
Is that okay? All right, great. So we'll see everyone in about 3 or 4 minutes. Thank you, everyone who showed up.
Does my mic work now?
Yeah, who's this? Is this
Jeremy.
Emilio? Jeremy. Yay, Jeremy, your mic works. Oh, I like the Jeremy instead. Yeah.
I'll try next week.
Okay, yeah, everyone, you're in the circle, and we'll use this circle for all sorts of stuff. Maybe we'll have secret messages just for that circle.
Secret messages?
Yeah, it's cool. So,
secret cat tracking messages.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see everybody next week.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.